guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. If you're new here, if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Well, I wanted to do a sit-down video, and this video is pretty popular in the WW community, but I wanted to do my own video and my own thoughts and opinions on this topic. So I'm going to discuss what I wish I would have known before starting WW and my tips for beginners, whether you just started WW or you're thinking of starting WW, then this is where you need to be. So I'm going to just jump right into it. Before I start, I just wanted to mention, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you can. That really helps me out so much. It just helps my channel get out there into the YouTube world. If you're curious, like what thumbs up do, that's what it does. So I appreciate it so much. And subscribe if you're not. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. That just allows you to know every time I post a video so you don't miss any of my videos. Alright, so the first thing I want to discuss is weeklies and fit points. So in the WW app, you get daily smart points, and then you get a weekly allowance, I guess I want to call it. And you also get fit points. So I personally don't track my fit points. I don't track my activity in the app at all because I just feel that's what works best for me in my weight loss journey. I don't really do very intense workouts. I feel like if you are doing very intense workouts and you're burning a lot of calories, then I would say look into that, because what it just allows is you to have more points for more food because you're burning so many calories that you're able to add in some more calories in your lifestyle and your diet. So that's that. And then weeklies, I started using my weeklies in the very beginning of my journey. From day one, I always used up my weeklies, whether I used it all at once or I dipped into them throughout the week when I needed to. I have always used them. But now that being said, my weight loss has slowed down pretty tremendously from when I first started, which is totally normal. When you first start changing your food and your diet, your weight is going to drop off rather quickly in the beginning, and then as you get used to eating that way, your weight is going to start coming off slower, which is fine. It's healthy that way, and that's just my opinion on that. I think it's healthy to lose weight slow rather than really rapid and fast. I think it's more sustainable this way as well, and you're less likely to gain the weight back. So that being said, my suggestion and what I wish I would have done in the beginning, which I honestly just did this like 2 months ago, I did a little trial and error with my weeklies. So what I mean by that is, I did a month. So you could do a month, or you could do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on your body. I did 1 month using my weeklies, and then I saw how much I lost on the scale. And then I did 1 month not using my weeklies and saw how much I lost. And I lost a lot more without using the weeklies. Now this isn't the case for everyone. Some people say that they don't see any difference, or some people say they even lost more weight using their weeklies. So everybody is so different. And this can be depending on so many factors: your stress, your sleep, how much you hold water weight, your workouts, if you have any health issues, how long your menstrual cycle is. Honestly, that can be a part of it too on the scale. So there's just so many different factors that go into it, and that's why I decided to give myself a month. And I saw that I lost quite a bit more pounds when I didn't use my weeklies. So currently, I'm trying not to use my weeklies. Now, I'm very relaxed with this because I still was losing weight when I lost my weeklies, just not as much. So I try to avoid them. Holy crap, you scared me. I saw like someone walking. So I personally now I'm just trying to not use my weeklies as much. So again, this is what was working for me, but it could be totally different for you. So that's why I suggest doing a little trial and error with the weeklies. Wish I would have known that before. I wish I would have done that in the beginning, but it's okay because I learned and I'm trying things out. Okay, so the next thing is restaurants. This is a topic I feel like can be very stressful for a lot of people because restaurants are things that we're going to go do, and restaurants are kind of like unavoidable, especially nowadays, I feel like. Now, I can say that, like, I've limited going out to eat quite a bit since I've been on my journey, only because I find it not worth it as much anymore, because you just don't know what is all going into your food. Now, you can still obviously go to restaurants. WW has made it to where you totally can go out to eat. There's even a restaurant feature on the app where you can look up a restaurant and a dish, or it'll show you like everything on the menu with the points, so you can pre-track your food, and you can kind of know exactly what you're going to be spending on the meal at the restaurant. I wish in the beginning I wouldn't have beaten myself up and gotten so frustrated if the number on the scale was going up because I was eating out at restaurants, really, because it goes right back down and it's just water weight. Because I would get very frustrated in the beginning if I'd eat a salad or like salmon and green beans, and I would eat really low point healthy food for restaurant food, and then I would notice sometimes the scale would go up, so I would get really frustrated. Now it doesn't faze me. I know that it's going to go back down. So if you're seeing that happen, if you're eating out at restaurants quite a bit and you're seeing the number go up, just give it some time, let that water weight come back down, and I most likely, I don't want to promise, but I most likely want to say it's just water weight. Unless you're eating so many calories when you're going out, and if you're going out excessively to restaurants and, you're eating, I think it's like you have to eat 3,000 calories to gain a certain amount of pounds. So unless you're eating that, then I would say you're most likely not really gaining weight. You're just gaining water weight. And I wish I would have known more about water weight in the very beginning of my journey. So if you're just starting, here is a big gift to you, is Jordan Syatt's video on water weight. I'll leave it linked down in the description box and up in the iCards. I highly suggest you watch this video. It teaches you so much about water weight. And I really wish I would have known this before, because when you're weighing yourself every week, it's really hard to see, or every month. In my case, I weighed myself every month for a while. But it's hard to see that number go up, and when you're working really hard and you're doing everything right and you're tracking and staying within your points. But water weight's a real thing, you guys. And I've learned that now that I've lost 50 pounds, that now I trust the process to continue to lose weight, even if the scale is going up and down. I really concentrate on how I feel, how my clothes fit, my before and after photos. So that is my next tip. Take your photos. No matter how hard it is to see yourself in a vulnerable, situation, take those photos. You don't have to share them. You can keep them in your phone for yourself. Make your own collage in your phone that you can look at, because we look at ourselves every day. And it's hard to sometimes see the progress that you have if you're so used to seeing yourself and your body. So those before and after photos are key. And that's probably what saves me mentally the most, is before and after photos. So I just want to make sure that you guys really, really take those photos at every angle, full mirror photos, face photos, feet, hands, belly shots, butt shots, back shots, everything. Because as you keep losing weight, you can keep putting your side by sides. And it just really, mentally, I think it's just so healthy to do, because our mind plays tricks on us, and sometimes we'll look in the mirror and be like, I haven't lost nothing. So, yeah, definitely take your before and after photos. That's probably my biggest tip, honestly. Another tip, not so much like what I wish I would have known, but this is a tip, is to meal prep. I know we're all busy. I know sometimes, you don't like to cook, but I have so many recipes, not just me, but there's so many other channels out there that have quick, fast, easy recipes. Take one day, you guys, one day out of the week. Take 2 to 3 hours and meal prep your food. And then when you're in that state where you almost are going to go eat something not so great, or you're stressed out about dinner or lunch or breakfast, you can open your fridge, pop out a container, and your food is already made for you. I highly suggest meal prepping. You can make it so affordable. You can make it so easy. And it doesn't have to be boring and bland. I eat pasta, I eat casseroles, tacos, bread, muffins, all sorts of stuff on this diet. And I call this a diet. I mean a lifestyle change, but really a diet is just like what you're eating, what kind of foods you eat. So I say diet, but I just want to make sure that's clear, like the diet as in like what I'm eating, my food as a diet. But WW is a lifestyle change, for sure. And eating this way is a lifestyle change. So yeah, meal prep. Check out my meal prep playlist. I have so many recipes, you guys. I've meal prepped, I feel like, so much. And I think it's so important for me and for so many of you, I know it is. Being able to go into my fridge and eat my breakfast and not have to worry about it. Know the point value for everything, and just, I can pre-track and things like that. Pre-tracking your food if you've meal prepped and you know what you're going to have the next day, I feel like is just perfect. Especially if you're going through like a funk and you're not doing so great and you're noticing you're snacking and stuff a lot, try pre-tracking. If you haven't done it, honestly, just try it. Let me know how it works out for you. I notice if I'm snacking a lot, I need to pre-track, because then I can add in my snacks. It's like I know that day, I wake up and I know what I can have, and I can check it off the list, and I know I can eat all these things, and I know what I'm going to use for my total daily points. And it's just like this really good feeling, and it's almost like a to-do list of food, I guess. It's the best way to explain it, but it just really helps me stay on track, and it helps me not snack so much. Their tip is, I've mentioned this so many times, but I think it's so important to talk about. And I do this is a tip and what I wish I would have known in the beginning, but is to stop worrying about other people's time frame. I get questions and I don't even want to answer when I get asked, like, how long did that take you to lose weight? And because you're asking to know how long it took me, so that maybe that's how long it's going to take you, or if it takes you longer, then you're doing something wrong, and then you overthink it. And I want to make it so known that the time frame does not matter. If you're doing it every day and you have slip-ups but you get right back on track, you're doing this, then you're going to see success. It does not matter how long it's going to take you guys. I know that's so hard to hear, and it's just the blunt, honest truth. Losing 100 pounds, if it doesn't happen in a year, that's okay. If it doesn't happen in 3 years, that's okay. Because time's going to keep going on regardless, so might as well keep going towards your goal rather than going backwards and being stuck in the way you were before. Because I promise you, every like 10 pounds I lose, I can feel such a huge difference. At 10 pounds, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on, I feel it come off. So I don't really stress about the time frame, and I wish I would have known this when I first started, because you sign up to Instagram and you follow all these big influencers, and you see like in their bio, like, I've lost this much weight in this many times, or their start date, how much they lost, which is fine if that's what they want to do, but it's just hard for people who comparing, and then you're seeing that time. And then it gets to you. It gets to you when you get closer and closer and closer to this mark that you're trying to meet. And I feel like it just makes it even more discouraging. It makes it even harder. It makes you want to give up even more because you feel like you're not doing something right, or it's not going to work for you like it worked for them. So this is your journey, and focus on you. Don't focus on others. Find inspiration and be inspiration, but just try your hardest not to compare. Okay, another thing I want to say is, what I wish I would have known before is, I wish I would have not relied on others. Sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself, and if you're not seeing success and you're dependent on other people to help you, and then they disappoint you, or that's just not their thing, not their path in life right now, then it would almost like backtrack me. So I wish I would have just realized that, like, I have to be dependent on myself. I have to be dependent to control myself. Just because someone else can eat this way or someone else can have these things doesn't mean I can right now, because I have a freaking goal. And life is more exciting when I feel good. I really had to kind of focus in on myself, and I just want to make sure you guys support yourselves and find support sometimes outside of your personal life. because support is a huge thing, and I wish I would have kind of not had these expectations, which isn't fair that I put expectations on other people in my life to kind of like help me along my journey. That's not okay. I have to have control over that. And that's why community is so important. That's why YouTube is so important for me. Instagram. You guys are my support. You guys are like the people I can go to. And if I need help, I can ask you guys for help. Or I can share, and then it helps others, and that therefore helps me. And I'm not talking about Joey. I'm sure you probably are like, oh, what? I hope I gave out some good information and some, motivation for you guys. If you're just starting, I just want to say this. You can do this. You can be that girl or guy, if you're a male watching this. You can be that person that you look up to. You can be fit. You can be healthy. You can lose weight. You can do this. If you're going through weeks or months of it being slow, just don't stop. There's no huge secret to losing weight. If you're tracking and using the points that Weight Watchers gave you, I mean, they're an amazing program. They've helped so many people lose weight. Trust in them, that they know what they're doing. They know what kind of like point value they need to be giving you, and weeklies and things like that. So if you're doing all of it right and you're tracking right and weighing out your food and stuff like that, which I think is important, by the way, is to weigh out your food, then we'll lose weight. You guys got this. I know it's hard. I know it feels like it sometimes drags on, or you're not doing something right, or you get disappointed in a weigh-in, or sometimes it's even annoying to track your food. Sometimes this can be frustrating, but we put ourselves here. There's a reason why we started, or there's a reason why we want to start, and that is to feel better, to feel confident, to feel strong, and just to feel good and alive and not tired and lethargic and depressed. And I think that is so worth all of the annoying little things that we have to do sometimes during this journey, or things we have to have control and discipline over. So I just want to give you guys all a big hug. And if you started WW or whatever journey, whatever fitness plan you decide to do, I'm so proud of you. WW is not the only thing that can make you successful. I always want to make sure I say that. Like, this is what's working for me, but if there's something else that's working for you, that's all that matters. I just want you to be successful, and I want you to be happy, and I hope you guys are doing so well. And if you're thinking of starting this journey, again, I'm so proud of you. I'm here rooting for you. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything you want to ask or say. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.